What is going on, guys? Jersey here from WCR, windowcleaner.com, and I'm here with my man, Alex, and we're on YouTube. I hope. No, it's a new software, and I'm hoping you guys are able to see it. We've done a little bit of testing, so it should be there. We want to see if there's more interaction on the YouTube side of things and the Facebook side, but either way, we're here. So if you are watching, go ahead and comment, say what's up, say hi, all that fun stuff, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, totally. Whoa, there we go.
I like you're matching today.
I try. All this free stuff around me, I'll just go throw it on when I get cold or
just drinking out of your WCR mugs and your you got to get some of these WCR like giant water things.
And get just like a peelable sticker I can put on there every time.
There we go. I love it. If you guys are watching, go ahead and comment. Like I said, this is kind of new, so I want to see how fast these comments come through. By the way, John says, Ola, what's going on, John? So we got somebody watching. That's good. Hopefully we are here. Monarch says, what's up? So awesome. Okay, so we are working like we thought. So let us know, guys, if you like the format here on YouTube as a post. But so what do we got going on today, man?
Oh, just we're in the throes of winter. I love it. It is beginning to be mid-January. I can't believe it already. But winter's going to fly right by. It'll be February before you know it, and then it's going to be bright and sunny in February. Warm, mild. We're going to be working all over the place.
It's crazy. The big thing with winter is, especially this time of year, is you never know where everybody is. Like a lot of people, even if they don't do shutdown, their brains aren't kind of in it. So there's not too much right after the first of the year, but some people really get into it and they work harder this time of year because they're planning for everything. So it's very tricky. I've been posting some stuff on my Instagram page and some Facebook stuff of finding out temperatures and if people are still working. And it sounds like a lot of people are still working. So
yeah, absolutely. We know that after doing this for long enough that people really still are working, just in a different capacity.
Yeah, exactly. Well, good. That's the key to things, especially with the seasons, is if we screw up a season, meaning like winter goes too long, all of a sudden, we talked about this a couple of years ago, middle of summer, people were getting their windows done as if it was spring, and then they didn't do it in fall. So it screwed up the whole year for a lot of us. So
yeah, absolutely. That typical little slowdown you get got really pushed back.
Yeah, and that stinks. Nobody wants to get their windows done in June and then also in fall. So hopefully we get a nice early spring, and hopefully people are working through winter, because that's always nice too when you can push that season out as far as possible. All of a sudden, next thing you know, you're rolling into the busy time.
Yeah, totally. I tell you, it was extremely unseasonably warm this weekend. It was in the mid to high 60s up here. It was wild. Supposed to be rain, but it was just sunshine and 60-degree weather. Pretty windy though. So I got out and cleaned my own windows.
Ooh,
got the exterior done for most of it, huh?
I said, are you rusty?
No.
It's like riding a bike.
Definitely not as fast as I used to be, but it was, got out there and like a walkable roof. So I banged all that off, walked around the porch. It was nice.
Yeah, nice.
Felt good.
You waited until it was like rainy and gross for you to go snowboarding too. He was like, hey, it's really warm. I think I'm going to go snowboarding. Come on, Nate, let's go.
No, it was actually pretty good. It was a little overcast and windy, but it was 60 degrees.
Dude, I don't know. See, hey, if you can snowboard in 60, then that's like California stuff where you're, when you come down off the mountain, you can wear shorts.
Exactly. And the same day I went snowboarding and then cleaned my windows.
Yeah. Monarch wants to know, do you still remember how to fan?
Please. I wrote the book on fanning.
He's legit. It's just he can fan no matter what. So what's up to
I even went right-handed.
Are you left-handed? How did I not know that?
Really? Yeah.
We can't do this anymore. I didn't know you were left-handed.
Please.
All right. You and your special scissors. What's up to Brent? Brent is here. He said, hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? And Mike the Glass Guy is here. What's going on, man? Mike, by the way, there's a lot of guys here that are on. Now it's on YouTube, so if you click on one of their names, it should bring you to their YouTube channel. A lot of these guys have some awesome YouTube channels. Mike is one of them. Monarch has a lot of good videos, I believe. And if you see anybody pop up, go ahead and jump on theirs and see what they have for videos. It's pretty awesome. So
Totally.
John said that he is getting a website good to have at the start of the business. So very, very smart. Website and like vehicle wraps or decals are like those things that you may spend money on, but they will pay you forever. Like a good website that's continually SEO'd will be your number 2 next to referrals forever.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like just have a phone number somewhere. Like just be able to Google your name and find your phone number. It's super important. And just a simple collection for a contact page.
Yeah, exactly. It's
no-brainer.
We don't have storefronts. And back in the day, you had to have a really good storefront to have traffic. People see your restaurant, then they go in it. If you put a restaurant in some back alley, you have to wait for people to talk about it. And then you have to, if people can't find it, they're not going to go to it. And that's where window cleaning companies are. You have to be out there, especially on really good SEO, so people can actually find you and use you.
Totally.
Yeah.
This is the time of year where we've talked about it a lot too. Speaking of restaurants, window cleaners are always looking to pick up more work this time of year. We see the guys that have been in it for the first season and they didn't plan accordingly. So this time of year, they're like, what are we going to do to keep busy? And they go out and try to get storefront routes. But they have to remember, you have to take care of them after you get busy again. After residential picks up, you still have those accounts you got to try to maintain. Or else it's like the opposite of what normally happens, where in the winter, people fall off that.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the tough thing is that eventually we're going to be busy again, so you have to be able to juggle it all. But I still say diversification on like your accounts is key. Like there's a place in the middle of summer and the middle of winter, I'm going to do my commercial stuff because I can fit those in anywhere in the year. They get done twice a year. It's a big chunk of money to kind of infuse when I don't have a lot. Yep. Residential is good for the rest of the year when you have those busy times to really bank in some hours. And then route fills everything else in. Gutter cleaning fills in kind of where the floater is. So having all of it and finding a place for it really makes it work.
Yeah, having that gutter list of just, okay, you're on the list, we'll invoice you when it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, we talk about the floater board on Nation, the same kind of concept where if somebody calls and they want their gutters done, anything that the person doesn't have to be there, we put it on what's called a floater board. And it's just a dry erase board with a bunch of names and what they're looking to get. And then anytime I need to fill space, I could pick somebody off that board and send people there. And it's amazing to fill time. It's amazing if the guys want to work a little longer, if the sun's still out, if a job cancels, if anything. So TDJ says, who can you recommend for a good website? Now, with this being said, I recommend this guy a lot, and I'm not, sponsored. He's not like a podcast sponsor or anything, but Justin Monk does absolutely amazing work. He's done his own stuff, and that's how I know what awesomeness he's done. He's done a website for me that I didn't even live in the area when I first moved here. I was on page 1 of Google in 3 months. Absolutely crazy. That was still with Chris Cartwright. And then that Cartwright kind of merged in with them, and Justin Monk all the way. Such a nice guy.
And he's not one of these guys that's just started doing it. Like he's been doing it for several years now. He knows what he's doing. He's got a bank of referrals. People always refer him because he's an honest guy. He just does good work. And you're not going to get screwed over and you're not going to be unhappy.
Yeah. And he just got done building like this giant commercial property to house everything. So he is.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Massive. That is like an extremely impressive facility he just built.
Yeah. I went through it a bunch of times before it came out, and then we did a Nation because I've known the guy forever, and the place is just laid out so stinking well. It's once that thing is running, it's going to be fantastic. Anyway, that just means he's not going anywhere, so he's definitely worth checking out. And if you want to search him, he probably has a website. I just search him through Facebook. Go Justin Monk, MONK. And you'll find him Monk SEO.
Yeah, just Google Justin Monk SEO. I think you'll find him.
Yeah. Mr. MacGyver himself, Craig, He says that we're planning about 50 or so light fixtures in a grocery store. Great nighttime winter work.
Yeah.
I like it.
High dusting, same thing. It's just you do stuff when they're closed. I know somebody who owns they're a contractor, but they have all these other contracts where they just maintain these stores like in malls where they just go change light bulbs twice a year, where they go do the high dusting on the lights and over the vents, just early morning or after hours stuff. It's just gravy. And even if you show up there, got to change 2 light bulbs, it's just part of the rotating schedule.
And what's cool about that is that you don't want to get too far away from your core, but that's not stuff you're advertising to. It's that, those people may be talking to each other, but that helps fill up your time, and you already have everything you need. You have tall ladders, you have the poles, you have
poles, dusters. You need a vacuum. That's it.
Yeah.
And you just clean it up.
Very, very smart. Craig, I'd love to know what you have, if that's on like a rotation, service kind of planned, or how that goes. Let me know on that.
Yep.
Yeah. And Mike just said that he's keeping busy with installs over here and hasn't seemed to slow down a bit. So installs, I want to say he does auto
glass.
Auto glass, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, which, winter, it's a great time for it. There's all kinds of debris in the road that gets kicked up. They're putting salt down or gravel down like crazy. There's stuff that snow plows kick up or drag into the road. That's it's got to be lucrative this time of year.
Oh yeah, I bet. Craig just said this planned, rotated it based on weather. For sure. And winter is when he does all his inside work.
Smart, but that's planning. That comes with experience, and you get that after a couple seasons.
Yeah, I would like to know too, if anybody's watching now is going into winter and they didn't plan properly and they're hurting. Definitely let me know. It's always not a good thing when that happens, and it's a learning lesson. So next year this isn't going to be there, but I know this time of year a lot of guys, you see equipment for sale and stuff, and I'd like to at least be able to help if I can in any way, let you know what to do. But it's very hard. A lot of guys want to go and advertise this time of year. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. It's a shame, man. It really is. You see someone that was like so gun ho come spring, and then November, December, January, February, they're selling their stuff because they're like, well, got to pay the rent, got to pay the mortgage. It sucks.
And I get it. I mean, we've all been there too, where, in the first few, and especially with how our season works in Wisconsin, as our taxes came up, obviously it's April. So you don't have a bunch of tax money in April. So if your accountant sucks, which mine did, I got myself in it right before that, where it's like, you're not quite the season yet. You're running out of money and you end up having to like get credit cards or something. And you learn though, unfortunately, business is the best part about this is if you guys are watching any of the Facebook videos, the YouTube videos and podcasts and everything else, you're learning from other people's mistakes and maybe not having to do it yourself. But the best lesson you learn is unfortunately when you make the mistake yourself.
Yeah, because it's truly a learning experience if you survive it.
Yeah. He said this is the best time to save up for and purchase gear and tools and equipment. Very true. Getting into season, it's hardest this time of year, but I always say that like batch right before it's about to pop off in the next couple of weeks. You got that cheddar that maybe you didn't spend through the winter, spend that then so you have all that equipment ready for spring. Make as much as you can and bank it for the next winter. So definitely.
Yeah, and you and I know that people plan like crazy, research the gear they're going to get, even if it's just, that starter kit, that bucket full of tools. They really dig in super deep on that. And it's important.
Yeah, it's very important to get the right stuff too. If you get a starter kit or even new stuff, I know guys, when we would onboard new techs that we were adding, so say you had 5, you went to 6 guys, I get a starter kit. I get a starter kit because I know there's everything and I know it's all the same stuff. A lot of guys do that too, where this year, guys that have been in business for years are buying a starter kit again because they're just redoing all their equipment. Now all their old equipment goes and gets stored so that if something ever breaks or they lose it or it gets stolen, then they have it. It's really pretty smart. TDJ said CRM. He said jobber or customer factor. What is your feedback? I'd like to hear also from everybody watching because everybody thinks I'm biased, but what are your thoughts, Alex, on CRMs?
Customer factor has been around forever. really don't hear anything bad about them. Jobber, I also know, is a great company.
Yeah. I know Jobber, the people seem to be really, really nice. I've done a bunch of demos with Jobber, and it feels like there's a lot more stuff. It's not as tailored. Customer Factory feels like it's really 100% tailored to kind of the service industry, and a lot of window cleaners use it. I don't want to say outdated. It's not a super sexy best.
Yes. It's just been around for a long time.
Yeah. But it's also a really, really good program, and it's really, really tailored to window cleaners. So try them. They both should have demos, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Always try to get a demo, see what kind of trial period you can get with each, and just, got to play with it, see what works and doesn't. Just like everything else.
Yeah, and sign up for
What's your favorite squeegee?
Yeah, don't import everything all at once, because then it's a lot of work. Just kind of start from like almost zero, and then if you like it, then import it. But check them both out. Big Squeegee says, I'm cleaning a Taco Bell right now. It never gets slow on Taco Tuesday. I love it. By the way, Mr. Big Squeegee is one of my favorite people in all the world. Meeting him in real life was like, he's like the most awesome. Anyway, what's up? But yeah, so you're busy getting us ready for spring. How we prepare now makes our whole year. And
absolutely,
Craig's been in business for a long time, so when he does that, it's because he's learned that lesson. A lot of the new guys. So here's a thing from my Wisconsin days: is that when it's winter and there's snow and you're hunting, our hunting's around Thanksgiving. The only bears you see are 1-year-old bears. You don't see any bears older than that. And what happens is because they're a yearling, it's their first year that they have to make a den and get out of there, and they don't know. They just don't know. But every bear that's older than that knows. That's kind of what this is where Craig gets it. He understands it. He knows that planning now, it's really easy to sit on our butt and play some, video games, but planning now is what kind of launches you down the road.
Mm-hmm. And you start benchmarking now, reflecting on the previous quarters, and setting goals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Method layout planning is in the process now. We streamline our commercial work every year, look back and look at flaws and such. And that's another thing. No matter if you are a seasoned company that maybe you want to work by yourself and never have employees, or you're somebody who's got 20 employees, there's really, really something important with your business is strengthening your business. You don't have to always look at getting bigger if you don't want to be bigger. A lot of us do, but you don't have to. Strengthening, it doesn't matter if you're getting bigger or you're staying the same size. You can still strengthen, and that's what Craig's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Maker Products is here. What's up, man?
Can't wait to get my hands on those handy sleeves.
I know. They're coming out very, very soon. If you guys haven't seen yet, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, I think now, but Maker Products has come out with something as a T-bar with basically backwards Velcro. And it is a sleeve that you stick stuff to. And it is absolutely awesome. It's one of those things that you can use for really anything that your brain comes in. You can put bronze wool on it. You can put steel wool on it. You can put rags on it. You can detail. You can dry. You can get drips. It's really, really cool. And the nice thing about it is it's small. So you can keep it in your belt, even if you're running like an Ettore Mormon Unger pouch or something. You just throw it in there and you have it for when you need it, as opposed to having this giant thing you don't need to have with you. So it's very cool. I think Alex is trying to go see if we still have one here. He should be back sometime, maybe soon, but
I'm here. I'm just looking around.
He's coming. This is a new function with this new format. The WCR Nation logo is on the screen. If you guys haven't heard of WCR Nation, the Window Cleaning Podcast, it comes out every Friday. So do definitely check that out. That's the plug. See what happens when you leave? I plug Nation.
So it's just going to go on your standard 6-inch T-bar, right? And it's this very aggressive Velcro that just snaps right on. There's like no play.
Yeah.
Huh?
Put your hand up to that so they can see how big the bar itself is on a 6-inch. Like, it's the size. Like, that is so small. You can put it in a pouch. You can save it, store it, throw a towel, throw bronze wool.
And it literally will just, I've used them, just right on, just firm it right there, and it just stays put. So you can get maximum pressure on little tough spots. I think it was Big Squeegee who dropped something and he put it on his pole. He was working, looked like an elevator shaft or a stairwell, and he like dipped it down. Boop! It just picked his microfiber right up. Microfiber towels will just stick to it like glue.
Nice.
Everything:
Yeah,
bronze wool, steel wool, white pads, walnut pads, all that good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of innovation coming from them too, which is really, really awesome. So watch out for that.
The new belt on the way is pretty amazing. The Trident belt.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited. I like new products. New products are fun.
New products are fun because you don't get a ton in this industry.
Yeah, it's people
there's not much you could do.
Yeah, because we're in the industry, we think the industry's big until you step out and realize it's a niche of a niche of a niche. It's like the bacteria in a petri dish thinks the petri dish is the whole world. It's the same concept. So it's hard.
Now you know what's cool. Someone we had earlier in here, Brent Blackburn. He is making 3D printed products, and they're actually like really high quality. When you think of it, you think of those like first 3D molds. You'd see the lines in there, and it feels kind of brittle, but not the case.
No, he just got a new sintering machine. I'm pretty sure
he did. I saw.
That's a next level stuff. So very, very cool for the 3D world.
And it lets somebody, he's making a huge investment in that piece of equipment, but it lets somebody like him who has an idea run off a couple of these without having to pay a crazy high mold fee. I mean, that could be tens of thousands of dollars for a product. In this case, it's just try it. Just make what you want. He's done some pretty cool products, and he's coming out with more stuff.
Most guys don't actually know that when you get a mold to just blow like some kind of simple plastic, I think I have this
handle.
Yeah, this when you do a tip or a piece or anything, you have to make a mold, and the mold has to work. Those molds to make, that was number one right there. To make this is like 10 grand to make a mold for that. So going in the 3D
that's just the mold, and then you're committed to a couple thousand at least.
Yeah, no
at least to get that money back.
But what's up to Rossiter Exterior Cleaning? He's another guy, and I'm pretty sure he's the guy who, like, for some reason, like his videos got like ganked by one of those like TikTok style like companies that puts out like viral and it was like him pressure washing. He's like, oh sweet, that's me, and it was like this viral video of as they call it window or pressure washing.
Oh, I saw that. That was pretty funny.
Pretty interesting, but. Big Squeegee said he had to go pee, so he knows.
I do have to. This has to go somewhere.
He drinks a lot of water. Maker just said, yeah, very portable and versatile. We're in the production and we'll be stocking WCR ASAP. Now, one thing about Maker is you always notice that they announce an announcement before it comes, and then we're inundated with people getting excited about the product, and we don't have it yet, but we will have it soon, like they're saying there. It's in production. And should be coming out really, really quick. So
exciting.
Pretty awesome. What's going on, Bobby Walker? Journey of a New Entrepreneur, talking about another podcast, shows, YouTube, that kind of thing. Check his stuff out. Very, very cool. Very good dude, by the way. And Brent, number 2. Brent got home, got some cool stuff coming. We're hoping we will help the industry a lot to learn on our end. That's awesome. He is, and I forget the name of the 3D company. It's like CHC something. Anyway, 3D, it's coming out, a lot of new stuff, so very, very cool. So glad to see that he's in our industry and also doing the innovation stuff too. So a lot of innovators in the group right now.
Absolutely.
And Craig's very true. He said the amount of time that it takes to test an idea alone, most folks don't realize what goes into making it product and prototype to finish. And it is like so the X2 system that had just come out, that system was 2 years about in development, and it was like kind of taken off of another system. So stuff just takes so long to just test. And then a lot of the products, not necessarily that, but like the Maker stuff, you got to get it in people's hands because they need to be able to test it and see, okay, well, what do I like? What do I not like? Let's make the final changes and then put it to market. There's not many companies out there who are beta companies. You usually don't have to pay to be the beta person.
No, yeah, it's
hypothetically, I'm just throwing that out there. I didn't, but But that's really why they do that, is because they don't want to give you a product that sucks and then you have to find out it sucks after you paid for it, right? So that's why a lot of that beta testing stuff happens.
Yeah, and speaking of something along that lines is the clamp project that's going on. Anyone that bought the Zero Pole, and you have our older style clamps on there, and really, I was even chatting with someone, you can barely tell the difference between the old ones and the new ones, but it's a little bit of a gap that's too tight, doesn't allow you to tighten the clamp as tight as it possibly could be. So some people are experiencing some spinning in there. So everyone is getting a free set of clamps, like totally free.
Thousands of people that have bought poles are getting new clamps for absolutely free. We are trying to verify addresses, so if you get a call or an email or anything like that from us, that's why we're trying to make sure your address is correct before we send them out. But if you own a Zero Pole, give the video a thumbs up just so we can see. But I mean, you'd be absolutely surprised when a new clamp like that comes out. We don't have to necessarily send it out to people, but we also don't feel super right having a new clamp going, well, this is better. This is a nicer improvement, but now making people buy the improvement for the. So all new poles going
or wait till there's a problem or a rush situation, or just have somebody unhappy that's never going to say anything and just stop using it. So there you go.
Exactly. Yep. Maker just said beta testing is huge. They're very into that on the beta side of things. So
yep.
Very, very cool. But either way, it is Tuesday. I like the format here on YouTube. We're going to go back and look at numbers and see where we got to contact more people. Thank you guys so much for having a nice talk with us.
Yeah, thank you for the interaction. It makes a hell of a difference.
Yes. And we get to talk about what me and Alex know everything we already know. We talk 1,000 times a day, every single day. I even bug him at night and on weekends, which he really, really loves. So
it's not bugging, Josh. I love it.
For us to talk more. I hear a lot of swearing in the background when I call, even though
it's my kids.
But no, we really do appreciate the talk. I mean, this is why we do these, try to get some cool interaction. And the guys that are in here, like Maker and Brent and Craig does videos, and Big Squeegee, if you haven't met him, is super awesome. And Journey of a New Entrepreneur, he's in here. Guys, come on, let's chat some more. We'll be doing this again on Thursday. And I love the interaction. So thank you very much for making this fun.
Yeah, hit Josh up, and if there's something you want to like talk about, let us know ahead of time. What is that?
You like that? You like that? Look at that. Wait, where is it? It's over next to Alan. WCR Nation also comes out on Fridays. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, do search anywhere podcasts are available. It's a podcast. It's been out for a few years. It's focused mainly on the business side of window cleaning, so definitely check that out.
And this is the time of year you got some downtime. If you're just in the office, if you're just driving, doing, guerrilla marketing, you need something to listen to. You're handing out flyers, door hangers, just in the office. Just get some free knowledge.
I always tell people, like, this is now your college. Like, this is going to be your job forever until you sell the company. Like, everybody who has a business, this is your college. Learn as much as you can, read as much as you can, listen to as much as you can, soak it all in, and it just makes you better.
It's free college, Josh.
Boom. Check out WCR Nation. Comes out live every Friday. Thanks again. And I want to be your rep as much as Alex. But definitely, if you ever need anything ordered, my number's on the screen. Save that number. I would love to be able to be your rep. Get you any supplies you need. Throw it in your cart. Text me, call me, whatever. Say, yo, Jersey, it's in the cart. We'll go from there. Alex is on all day for the rest of the day, and I'll be on after 5 for chat. So thanks, guys. We'll talk again on Tuesday.
Thanks, everybody.